Da-na-da-da, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. And welcome to another episode of Introduction to Calligraphy. Today we're going to be practicing the flex writing. But first, the daily things. We're going to share this post to our friends so they can come and hang out with us. How are you all doing today? I just got home. It was a short day. Literally just walked in the door. All right, the daily things. Today the sun came up at 6:41 a.m. It is 60 degrees and cloudy in Santa Ana. Today is the credit card is due, and also right at 9 with Mike. So let's see. Today is day 40 of 2020. Day 40. I can't believe we made it here already. Today's question of the day is: would you rather be a worried genius or a joyful simpleton? And today's quote of the day is: everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Today's inky prompt is: how do you usually spend the 2 hours before bedtime? Here's some Instagram. Cool. Oh, pretty. Wow, Rickshaw made a really cool koozie case. Oh man, I might have to have one. Oh, Ted. He's so cute. Oh, cute. Oh, Ted. What is going on? That's not Ted. I don't know who that is. Kitty's Karma. What is your kitty's name? Oh. Ooh, ice crystals. What is he doing? Anyway. All right. Birthday messages go out to Marion. Happy birthday, Marion. Kara. Happy birthday, Kara. Glenn, Rudy, and Melissa. Happy birthday, you guys. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Today, I have already sent out the birthday message, and there it is. Got some notifications since this morning. I will deal with those later. No new comments, so that's good. Alrighty, so hello, how are you all doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day. It's kind of a gloomy one here in Southern California. Okay, today we're going to do a little bit of flexi practice. We're going to practice with a couple of different pens. After I get my things situated over here. I did get a little present from my friend Gary Scott. Thank you so much, Gary, for this really cool spring-loaded syringe. I wanted one of these so I could clean out my cartridges easier. So that's cool. All right, let's look at this here. Let's do some practicing. We're going to look at some, let's see, we'll go pink. We'll do some flexi practicing with a couple of different pens here to kind of give you an idea of what we're working with. Now we're going to take and we're going to do dip pen calligraphy another day, because that's just too much for right now. Okay? All right, let's get into some practice. Now, when you're doing flexi pen practice, same rules apply to when you're doing monoline. However, you want to go light on the upstroke and hard on the downstroke. So let's go through the alphabet with a Pentel touch sign pen. A Pentel sign pen. You'll know it's a sign pen because it's got sparkly and a gray finial. So let's do, now if your lines are only this big, we're going to have to get in really close. I think that's close enough. Okay, there. So if your line is only this big, you're going to do just the tiniest little bit. Okay? You're going to try and make these as even as possible all the way across. Now after you go all the way across, you're going to go up to the halfway mark. Try and go just past the halfway mark. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, now we're going to do a full upstroke all the way up to the top line. Okay, now we're going to try the downstroke. When you do the downstroke with the Pentel touch sign pen, you're going to go tip to broad, tip to edge, and push and pull all the way down. Okay? You might find that you want to rotate your pen as you're going along. Okay, let's do some overturns. So you're going to come up, crossed over, down, and push and release. Up, over, push, and release. Up, over, push, and release. Now these aren't going to be perfect, but consistency is key. You can see that these aren't very consistent, but these ones kind of are. So you want to make consistency the key. Now the opposite, when you're doing an underturn, Start off with a tip to broad edge, pull down, release, and then light up. Tip to broad edge, down, release, up. Tip. Now if you find that you're getting a little thick and then you're like going gradually to thin, just slow down a little bit. Slow down, take your time, let up right about there, come all the way up. Okay. And you will get the hang of it. And you see what happened there? I kind of let up a little too much. See, I let up too much. This will take some practice. Okay, now let's do the compound curve. Light up stroke, down, and then back up again. Up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. Now if you find that this is too cramped of a space for you, just do a larger. It's okay to go up to the 3/4 mark on your line, as long as your next stroke, your before strokes are the same height. Okay, so let's do the descending, or let's do the ascending stem loop. I'm gonna go halfway, light up stroke, down. You're gonna find a little more difficulty with this one. Trying to get that just right. Let's do the descending stem loop. Descending stem loop. It's a little more difficult because you got the down good, but transitioning to that very thin sideways stroke and letting it kind of wrap over on itself without letting it go like this. It's kind of a trick, and you have to hold your pen sideways and just a little bit down from where you want the line to be. You're just kind of letting up right about there and then dragging it out so slightly and then in. Down, out, and in. Down, out, light, and in. Down, light, and in. Down, light, and in. See right there? I kind of missed it a little bit. Down, light, and in. Down, light, and in. And as you see, we're making a Y. Why? Because we love you, that's why. Okay? All right. So let's do some ovals, shall we? We'll do some ovals. We'll start the counterclockwise oval. Up, over, hard down, and then light up. Up, over, hard down, light up. And this will take some getting used to. But once you kind of get the hang of it, then you can switch to the reverse oval. Start on the other side. Do the reverse oval. Like I said, you may find that one of these is easier to do than the other. Now let's do the reverse descending stem loop. You see what I did there? Too light. Okay. All right. Now we can start doing some letter practices. I'm sorry. We're not done yet, are we? Let's do the S stroke. Come up. S. Up. S. Up. S. Up. S. Now let's do the K stroke. So we'll start with an ascending oval. And then up. A little tiny R and a leg. Little tiny P and a leg. Little tiny P and a leg. Now when you're doing this on a single line, you'll find that you'll be harder to make. You can also make a K by just making a leg like that. That's what it would look like. Okay. All right. And comma dot. Comma dot. And I don't think we need to do the dash, but dashes, and then the tittle. Okay. Now we can do the alphabet, right? I think we've done all the things. So when you're doing an A all by itself, you can do it like this: an upstroke, an oval, and a downstroke. Or if you're doing a connecting to another letter, upstroke, oval, underturn. A B is upstroke into a ascending stem loop, into a reverse oval, into an upstroke. Now these lines are very small, so this is college roll paper. Should have tried to find some wide roll notebook paper. I just bought some, but this is good practice if you're trying to learn to do these on a specific line. D, oval, ascending stem loop, E, dash, and an oval, F is a full ascending stem loop into a descending stem loop, into an upstroke. G is an upstroke into an oval, into a descending stem loop, into an upstroke. H is an upstroke into an ascending stem loop, into a compound curve. I is an upstroke into an underturn with a tittle. J is an upstroke into a descending stem loop, into an upstroke and a tittle. K is an upstroke into an ascending stem loop, K loop and a leg. L is an upstroke into an ascending stem loop, into an upstroke or an underturn. M is an overturn, another overturn into a compound curve. N is a overturn into a compound curve. O is an upstroke into an oval with a comma dot, or an upstroke into an oval like that. P is an upstroke into a descending stem loop, into a reverse oval, to an upstroke. Q is an upstroke into an oval, into a reverse descending stem loop, into an upstroke. R is an upstroke, comma dot, into an underturn. The S stroke is an upstroke into an S curve, into an upstroke. T is an upstroke into a full underturn with a cross. U is an upstroke to an underturn to an underturn. V is a compound curve into a comma dot. W is an upstroke into an underturn, into an underturn, into a comma dot. X is a compound, an extended compound curve with a cross. Y is a compound curve to a descending stem loop to an upstroke. And Z is an overturn into a descending stem loop and an upstroke. Wow. So, a sentence like "the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog" would look like this. Alright. Alright, let's look at the differences between that and a flex fountain pen. You will see that the feel of them is way different because you have a solid piece of metal touching the paper. Makes it easier to do an upstroke than it would to do it with this because you have to kind of pick the pen up off the paper in order to get an upstroke. This, you just kind of drag it in the direction that you want. Okay. I advise you that if you're going to practice with a fountain pen and you have lines that are only college roll, try and use more than one space because you'll find it easier to make the letters make sense. Okay? Alright, we're going to take a look at a different type of a flex fountain pen. I'll look at this one. Same type of nib, just different amounts of sharpness and flexibility. Okay. Let's take a look at some dip pen calligraphy for a second. Grab my ink bottle. When you're using a dip pen, the first thing that you want to do is prepare the nib. You can do that by putting the pen in a cup of boiling water for say a minute, or you can put some toothpaste on a used toothbrush, one of your old toothbrushes, clean it, put a little bit just right underneath this breather hole, and scrub real good so that you get all the little grooves on the top of it, on the side, and make sure that you wipe it down real good. And then you're going to take some rubbing alcohol and just spray a little bit of that in there. Make sure that that's nice and clean from the oils on your hands, because the ink won't stick to oil. So it needs to be really rough in order for it to accept the ink. And you put it, oops, this is the wrong nib. It's not the one that I wanted. Push your nib in there good and taut. Oh man, come on. I'm gonna have to oil that. That's not cute. Alright. Drop a pot of oil. Ink up your pen. Do some upstrokes. The dip pen is probably one of the most fragile writing utensils you can use besides the brush pen, or besides a brush. It's metal, but yet it's still very flexy. So you have to use a cautioned amount of pressure when you're putting pressure on the downstroke than on the upstroke. Let's see the overturn. Underturn. Compound curve. The ascending stem loop. Descending stem loop. Alright, so when you're doing these types of drills, you're going to do these types are just, you gotta work through each of the different things, because otherwise oh my goodness. Okay, let's do the alphabet. Okay. Cool. Okay, I just need to do something really quick. So that way this problem doesn't happen again. Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna do this thing really quick. Hopefully that will be sufficient. Okay, well, does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns? Please leave those in the comment section below, and I will try to answer them the best that I can. Well, that is all for today. I want to thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, follow me on social media, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye.